And we'll take one more from email from Paulo.
Oh, Paulo from Brazil.
Paulo.
Timaya.
Who was the weirdest kid you remember from your childhood? And what did they do that made them weird?
The weirdest kid from my childhood? Oh, dude. I'll tell you who it was, bro. Let me think about who it was. You tell me who yours was. I gotta.
Well, when you said that question, I thought to myself, didn't know anybody, which made me the weird kid. Like I was the one people thought was weird. I remember in middle school, not even in elementary school, I lived in Minnesota, and the kids used to throw not snowballs at my head, but ice rocks.
Oh wow!
And they just used to, as hard as they can, just throw it at my fucking head.
Why, you collected them or something?
No, I don't. No one collects ice rocks. Like,
people were being mean. People were being mean. Fuck, my bad, man.
You think I had an icicle collection at my home?
Yeah, dude. You said you were the weird guy. I can see you collecting icicles.
And people were like, "Hey, here's another one." And they threw it at my head. Yeah, thanks, and it hits my head, and I go, "Thanks." This one's shaped like Rosie O'Donnell. No, dude. No, they used to do it violently.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I would never do that to you, dude. If you were my friend,
I know you wouldn't.
I probably would have put you in like one of those little wagons, you know, those red wagons.
Yeah, I know the right way. Yeah.
That said Chinese buddy on the side of it. And I would have hooked you to my bike, dude, and pulled you all around town.
Oh, that's nice.
That's kind of cool.
So it's like you have a rickshaw for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would have rung a little bell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I just go, Chinese.
Yeah.
Right? That would be fun.
Like a parade. Yeah.
Or bow at people and stuff. People throw you beads, throw you chocolates.
Yeah.
And you eat them, bro.
Right. Like I'm a deity of some sort.
Oh, yeah. You're just sitting in there.
That's really nice.
And we go on a big chocolate ride every day, and you fucking just get all the fucking chocolates and sweets, and people come out and wish you well and give you baked goods.
Yeah.
And if you like them, then that means they're going to have good luck. And if you don't like them, then that means it's not going to go too well for them.
Yeah.
So it's all up to you.
Yeah, it's up to me, huh?
The chocolate rider.
Who was the kid at yours growing up?
Who did we have? We had this dude named Brian, Brian Purvis, the first wigger ever, you know, and they don't have him anymore. They have a couple left, I think, outside of maybe Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But he was like the first white kid that ever wanted to be black, and they'd never seen it before. And they put him in mentally handicapped classes because they thought he was mentally challenged.
Is that what they used to do with wiggers?
Yeah. Well, they didn't know. They'd never seen it before.
Yeah,
so they put him in there.
Wow.
So they had people that were really, you know, people that were just, you know, didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Deaf people, blind people that were, you know, free-base victims, all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you just had Brian's Purvis just dribbling an invisible basketball, just wearing a fucking Charlotte Hornets pullover, starter pullover, Apex. And just fucking, you know, blowing menthols and fucking yelling at people.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, man, we don't know what he has, you know.
Is Brian still in an institution or is he out?
No, he's out. Somebody sent me a picture of him the other day. I think he's in prison somewhere. He's in jail or in or out of jail. But
yeah.
I wish him well. He's a nice kid. He still looks the same. Had nice eyes. I remember that. He had pretty eyes for a young fella that had a rare disease, you know.
Yeah.
But he was one of the wildest locally, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people didn't know what was going on. They're like, oh, we don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Science doesn't know.
Yeah.
And he was just, you know, nothing was wrong. He was just, you know, he bought Shaquille O'Neal's rap album and he just watched Space Jam all the time. You know?
Yeah.
And he listened to Boys to Men. He would just wig it up.
I had a friend named Brady.
Mm-hmm.
He was a neighborhood kid. And with one hand, he could pull a stop sign out of the ground.
Oh, wow.
Gosh.
He had like a subhuman strength, right? And then, but he was also kind of retarded. Like you would ask him a question, he wouldn't even know what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like how are you? And you go, and you just pull it out of the ground, right?
Yeah.
But I remember him. I used to use him to break into houses.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Because he was to get marijuana.
Oh, wow.
I would break into people's houses to the dealers.
This is like of mice and marijuana. You just use a mentally challenged kid
that's
to
what it
fucking
was.
cop dope down there near La Jolla.
That's a funny movie, huh?
Let's make it
Yeah, let's make that movie, dude.
crowdfund. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we ain't making shit, dude. We're barely gonna fucking get this episode.